Welcoming Marianne to the Hall of Fame are the coach of the Mighty Macs, Kathy Rush, and two of Marianne's most celebrated players, Lisa Leslie and Nancy Lieberman. Let's hear it for Marianne Stanley.
First, I want to congratulate each of my fellow inductees. It's the privilege of a lifetime to be inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame with all of you. I've enjoyed so much getting to know each and every one of you. Teresa, I'm absolutely thrilled as your teammate and friend to be inducted together with you tonight. Thank you to John DeLeva, Jerry Colangelo, the Hall of Fame, and the Selection Committee. I am grateful and humbled that you have chosen to acknowledge my life's work with this prestigious honor. That work has been profoundly influenced in part by the three extraordinary women sitting to my left. How fortunate can one person be to have been coached by a Naismith Hall of Famer, and then to have three players that you've coached become Hall of Famers? Kathy, Nancy, Lisa, I can't thank you enough for being here tonight to celebrate this amazing moment. Ann Donovan, I know you're here in spirit as well. We love you and miss you, Annie. When I started coaching 46 years ago, I could never have imagined being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I'm acutely aware that nobody rises to this stage without the hard work, sacrifice, and commitment of many, many people. I'd like to thank my coaches, Kathy Lineon, Barbara Mooney, for helping nurture my love for the game and for the indelible impact you've had on my life. Some people say that timing is everything. In my case, being in the right place at the right time has proved pivotal in shaping most of my life and basketball career. Philadelphia is a city whose basketball tradition runs so deep that it's known as the cradle of coaches. Jack Ramsey, okay, among others. But how about Dawn Staley, Gino Auriemma, Vivian Stringer, Kathy Rush, Teresa Grentz? I was born in Philadelphia and raised in nearby Upper Darby, Pennsylvania, with 6 brothers and sisters. As fortune would have it, we lived on a street with a playground that had an outdoor basketball court, literally right across the street from our house. Every day I would look out the window, see that court, and then proceed to spend every possible waking hour playing basketball. In 1967, when I was in the 8th grade, the 76ers, led by Wilt Chamberlain, Hal Greer, my guy, Philly point guard, Billy Cunningham, became a championship team for the ages. As a young girl, standing on that court in Upper Darby, looking east towards Philadelphia, less than a mile away, visions of championships ran through my mind. In truth, however, I need look no further than my own home for inspiration. My parents and siblings were my heroes. I owe my parents, Jim and Marjorie Crawford, everything. They provided our family with an abundance of love and encouragement and instilled in us the belief that if you work hard, anything is possible. I'm sure that they're looking down from heaven tonight. I'm blessed that a number of family members and lifelong friends could be here this evening as well. My brothers, Jim and Paul, my sister, Midge, their spouses, and several nieces and nephews. Thank you to all of you for your love and support. It has meant the world to me. A special thank you to my daughter, Michelle, and her husband, John. It's never easy being a coach's kid. As a child, you spent countless hours in the gym, at practices and games, and even going scouting with me at times. You survived it all and have grown into the most incredible woman, a loving mother and wife, an inspiring and creative teacher, and a courageous and compassionate human being. No mother could be prouder of their daughter than I am of you. To my wife, Barbara, and her son, Michael, thank you for being here to share this special moment. Barbara, you're my best friend and one of those most amazing women that I've known. Thank you for your unconditional love and encouragement. Any success that I've had in the last 39 years would not be possible without you by my side. I was a senior in high school when Immaculata College won the first national championship, AIAW National Championship. Led by a dynamic and innovative young coach, Kathy Rush, Immaculata made an improbable and historic run that captured the imagination of the basketball world. To be the best, I knew that I had to play with and against the best. So the following year, I enrolled as a student at Immaculata. It was one of the best decisions of my life. Immaculata won 2 more AIAW national championships in my freshman and sophomore years. I could not have asked for a better teacher and mentor than Kathy Rush. There's no question, There's no question that my playing days at Immaculata paved the way for my entrance into coaching. I knew that I wanted to impact the lives of young women and help them pursue their goals and dreams like I had. When I graduated in 1976, Kathy hired me to be her assistant coach, and Immaculata advanced to its 6th consecutive Final Four. Shortly afterwards, a head coaching position opened at Old Dominion University, and even though I only had 1 year of coaching experience, I applied for the job. When athletic director Dr. Jim Jarrett offered me the position, I was thrilled. I was just 23 years old. Because of the visionary leadership of University President Dr. Al Rollins and Athletic Director Jim Jarrett, ODU was light years ahead of its time in promoting and supporting women's basketball. From 1977 to 87, Old Dominion became one of the most dominant teams in the country, advancing to 5 Final Fours and winning the WNIT championship, 2 AIAW championships, and 1 NCAA championship. Our teams were composed of many of the very best players to play women's basketball at the time, such as Nancy Lieberman, Ann Donovan, Inga Nissen, Jan Trombley, Chris Critelli, and I could go on and on. I don't have time to name every single player, but we had an unbelievable group of players, each of whom were integral to our success. I would like to thank the administrative staff at ODU, especially Mickey Bale, Debbie Harmison-White, Marty Bradley, and assistant coaches Jerry Busson, Wendy Larry, and Barbara Thaxton. Without your efforts, the 4 championships at ODU could not have been achieved. In 1985, we had 2 tremendous players that led that team to an NCAA championship, the late Medina Dixon and Tracy Claxton, among others. Several others of that team are here tonight: Lisa Blaze, Adrian Goodson, and Dawn Cullen. Thank you for being here this evening. I left ODU in 1987 and have been coaching in college or the pros ever since. For 13 summers, I had the honor of coaching USA basketball. I'd like to thank USAB for selecting me to represent the United States in international competition. In 1989, I had the opportunity to go to the University of Southern California and coach one of the best generational talents of all time, Lisa Leslie. Lisa, thank you for all you've done for our game. A true Hall of Famer in every sense of the word. A special thank you to Hall of Famers Tara Vanderveer and Vivian Stringer for the opportunity to work with you and your programs. Your friendship and support means so much to me. In 2000, I began coaching in the WNBA. In the 22 years since, it has been an unbelievable challenge and privilege to work with some of the best women's basketball players in the world. Thank you to the Los Angeles, New York, Washington, and Indiana franchises for hiring me and giving me the opportunity to continue coaching and contributing to the game I love. Winning the WNBA Coach of the Year award in 2002 and a WNBA championship in 2019 are two of my most memorable coaching experiences. A special thank you to Mike Thibault for hiring me as part of your staff in a memorable 7-year run. And most importantly, thank you for your friendship and for being here tonight, Coach. Finally, to all of the players, coaches, and staff members whom I've had the good fortune to work with over the years, thank you for everything you've done to help me, to challenge me, and to make me a better coach in person. You have enriched my life. It is as much through your efforts as my own that I gratefully accept and share this honor with each of you. Thank you.